Toulouse to lose.
Stay outside!
I knew you'd get it eventually. But let's not forget that their recent absolute rout of St Helens on their own midden by 46 points to 0. So they can be a dangerous beast, but they are missing some of the most creative players in their side. Ashel Bock, the star turn amongst them, along with Jake Shorrock. So it's going to be difficult for Toulouse to score points, you would have thought. But the Rhinos in possession earlier. Very noisy heading lead. Here is Callum Watkins skippering the Rhinos in the absence of Ash Handley. He's one of a number of stars on the Rhinos sideline, so it will be interesting to see how Brad Arthur manages his troops at the business end. As Croft kicks, easily collected by Laguerre. May have been a trifle high, but Tara Jones is happy to let play continue. Hallberg, an early run, and the Rhinos swarming all over Toulouse early on in the piece. The Rhinos with big games on the horizon. Second place Wakefield next. Wigan looming large on the horizon. What could be a Leaders' Shield decider. Wakefield may well have a say in that, of course. Let's not rule them out.
That's a shallow kick from Cesar Rouge. Probably only gone 40 metres, plenty of height on it. Both sides with the ball, fairly conservative. Toulouse, as much as they like to throw the ball around, they're quite pragmatic too. Sylvain Hules will talk to his side about completing high early on.
Cormac with an early run for the Rhinos. This is Bird. Harry Newman named on the wing and now heading in that direction, out onto the right flank on one wing and on the other tonight. Riley Lum for the Rhinos. That's heading towards Newman, who's hugging that touchline. Only 3 times he's played there for the Rhinos. He did make his debut there for Leeds against Wigan way back in 2017. Brodie Croft prods one forward, lands about on the 10-metre line. It's well claimed.
Good lead, wasn't it? A confident take from Toulouse, who again surrender metres downfield and begin this set 10 away from their own line.
And Leeds already winning the battle of field position because Toulouse having to work very hard to get outside their own half here, whereas Leeds were making metres pretty easily. Brodie Croft makes the tackle. Last kick option again. That's going no distance whatsoever. Barely went forward at all. Gets a Toulouse bounce. It could yet be dangerous. Badidon appeared to go forward. And now loose on the floor.
I'm pretty sure Ned McCormack touched that ball. Tara Jones and the touch judge has spotted that as well.
Yeah, ruling the
pass
baton forward, didn't they? That's what was ruled between Tara Jones and the touch judge, who was right in line with what happened, and that was a spot-on decision, and Leeds get the ball back once more, but it was a kick that went nowhere. There is a bit of a breeze down on pitch level, which you may not pick up from the television pictures. If you don't stand sideline, it was quite breezy down sideline.
Well, that was just a horrible kick. It probably only went 15 metres. High and hanging, and it proved difficult for Leeds to handle.
Jared O'Connor with an early scoot, 150th career appearance for Jared. Brodie Croft. Wide it goes to Jack Bird. Bird trying to shrug off challenges, can't get away from Butler, who envelops him.
Andy, come on. Hold. Go 5.
Jenkins plays the ball. O'Connor now. Jake Connor. Good kick too high. It was a contestable, but Toulouse come up with it. Joshorm comes away. Has been a try-scoring machine in recent matches. Mathieu Joshorm, 13 for the season. He's their leading try-scorer.
Well, that's the same kick. Several times they've put that ball up, tried to land it on the head of the centre. They give a penalty away to play the ball. They're putting it high. They're contesting But Jusson was in the right place at the right time, and Hankinson was the guilty man in that play the ball.
You can assume that Brad Arthur has spotted something on the work he and his coaching staff have done on Toulouse in the week, that's the area to land those bombs, because they've been very precise by Leeds, haven't they? Each and every one of them.
Wait! Go! Jared O'Neill! Nicola here, hold!
So the first time Toulouse have had play the balls close to the Leeds line, I say close, 30 metres out. Marion comes in at dummy half as they look to move from left to right. Seems to flick off a Leeds hand that, but play on. Play on is the call. Everyone stopped.
Well, he'd do better not scoring, because I'm certain that's a knock-on.
Instead, McCormack who scores. It won't be a try, I'm sure. Tara Jones, is she going to watch something or say no try? It's going to be a video ref decision, I think. She gives a try.
Well, I'm almost certain his teammates were shouting no. We'll have another look at it, as will the video ref. But the way that ball came out of collision...
This has been checked in the background.
In a backwards motion, it can't be anything other than a ricochet off a Leeds defender. Joe Cater. Yeah, there you go. I think it's Jake Connor or Chris Hankinson, is it? It's going to go to a formal review
So
now.
it's going to be a formal review, and I think that can only mean one thing. But let's see what Liam Rush makes of it.
Okay, we've got formal review. We're checking the challenge in the background, please.
Okay, formal review, we're checking for a knock-on in the build-up. So, as you can see from this camera angle, the ball has left the Toulouse player's hand at this point, and it's then touched in flight by Chris Hankinson. We'll just confirm. So, after the touch from Hankinson, the ball travels forward in relation to the ground, which constitutes a knock-on. So, it's going to be no try, scrum Toulouse.
Well, it was never really in doubt.
No. Well, at least he got
only assume that Tara Jones was unsighted. But you made a good point, Barry, as the no try is confirmed on the screen.
The deck.
If he runs around in circles against tackle, they get to play the ball. Yeah.
Take the advantage. If she hasn't seen it, take the advantage. But at least he had a nice stretch. He had a nice...
And if he does run around in circles and get tackled, there can be no challenge because there's been no whistle blown.
Correct.
So I think a trick has been missed, you might say. And that's just game sparks that come from the learning what's going on. And the game smarts we're missing there. But anyway, Toulouse are going to get a scrum down. Very central position. Dangerous position, actually, in point of fact. Marion on the base of the scrum. Picked off. Leeds get it back anyway. Picked off.
You're talking about game smarts,
Jake the Snake Connor. Stretched out a paw, reeled it in. And after all said and done, we go back to where we were.
There aren't many players running around in 2026 that are as game smart as Jake the Snake.
Good work by Connor. Heading that man of steel standings at the moment with Handley, Miller just behind. It's dominated by the Rhinos, as you may expect, given their place at the top of the league ladder.
Go 5.
Croft prods the ball forward. Collected again. They've done well with these kicks, both along the floor and in the air. That's Luke Polselli playing a fullback in the absence of OAB.
Here, hold. Hold, go 2.
I think that's an incorrect play, the ball. So what Toulouse can't do is either give away possession and field position. Tara Jones is just having a look and having a chat. Jake the Snake's pocket picking exercise at the base of the scrum.
Well, this from Toulouse, Barry, is the dictionary definition of asking for trouble. Handing the most potent side in Super League the ball 20 metres out with a full set. And this is Hankinson, the man who knocked on. That is going to be a...
You can't stand in the line
It's going to be an obstruction.
You can't stand in the line like that.
So now Leeds have given a penalty away in possession, a cardinal sin.
Well, there is a lot of whistle here in 7 and a bit minutes. Both teams, look, usually in any Super League game, there's a softening up period. And I don't know whether it's Callum Watkins. Yeah, it is. It's Callum Watkins who ends up still in the line after he's done what he's doing. The game hasn't really got going yet. But the usual way, sorry Rod, the usual way that Rhinos get themselves into a game is behind that stern, uncompromising defence.
Well, a bitty game may suit the underdogs Toulouse as Butler took that one forward. They've got Butler and Lambert Belmas in the front row tonight. Lambert and Butler, there might be a pun there, Barry, I feel. Tough defensive work from the Rhinos. Big Mikolaj Oledzki involved. But Toulouse looking to promote the ball here. Josem could not get away from Oledzki and Watkins. Marion. Now the kick comes again from Cesar Rouget. That's a better one.
It was probably still the same kick, but by the nature of the fact that they were further downfield, there's more jeopardy attached to the catch from Harry Newman, who stays on the deck.
Newman hurt and very slow to get to his feet. Has got to his feet.
Well, it just allowed Toulouse to get the defensive line in order and everybody revert to the right positions. He ends up collecting a reasonably high tackle from Joe Cater, I think.
Cater's involved again there on that tackle too.
Joe, come straight out! Love that away! Here, Joe, hold! Hold, go!
Miller, well, it's an awkward play the ball, and it will draw the penalty. Rocky Miller impeded as he was trying to get up to play the ball just outside his own 30-metre line.
As we know, he's one of the most devastating runners of the ball. Always beats the first man, but on that occasion...
I've given ruck interference.
This is going to be a captain's challenge coming up, Barry.
Okay, we've got a captain's challenge. Bear with me, Jacob.
It's an early one, isn't it?
Anthony Marion has called the challenge.
Toulouse are challenging the decision of a penalty for ruck interference.
I think that's pretty clear what the penalty's from Tara Jones. Will it be overruled by Liam Rush?
Well, it is very early in the game to be playing the captain's challenge card. Less than 10 minutes on the clock. You can see that Toulouse are trying to get both markers square. And there's a trailing foot in the way of Lockie Miller. When he puts the ball down, he puts it on that foot. The question is whether he puts it behind the foot, on the foot, in front of the foot. You'd have to be confident here, putting your captain's challenge in after 10 minutes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if it goes here, it's a long road to the full-time whistle with no opportunity to challenge. And if there was a howler and you couldn't do anything about it, it's going to be a problem.
I think the foot... I think he plays the ball correctly. The foot is in the way, so that constitutes...
Well, it's going to be a restart with a play the ball, we're hearing from the video rep. And so it is successful. It's not a penalty, it's going to be successful. I think that was one of those that could have gone either way.
Absolutely. I saw it slightly different.
Who is it to play the ball, please? So it's still your play the ball.
So Miller is going to have to play the ball.
I'll explain now.
Well,
so it's your play the ball there. Okay. So it's challenge successful because the ball wasn't actually lost from his possession and he played the ball in the correct prescribed manner. Therefore, it's challenge successful, but it's tackle 4 here. Yeah, because there's been no error.
Well, there you go. That's the explanation.
Well, Tara Jones has made it quite clear.
Okay, tackle 4.
I think that was one that could have gone either way. It was a difficult one. That's what. Just start with the play the ball and on we go. No points on the board. Ned McCormick with the try disallowed. It was a clear knock-on earlier in the passage of play. Kick from Jake Connor, collected by Paulie Ulberg. Goes on a gallop here.
Away now,
the former London Bronco.
We're still in the stop-start nature of this.
Very much
fixture,
so.
yeah.
And when you consider when they last met in the south of France, Leeds led 30 points to 6 at half-time in a 48-24 romp. Different game tonight in the Headingley sunshine.
It was quick and it was hot. I remember the Rhinos players coming back and talking about how hot it was. Brilliant tackle there from Ned McCormack, right around the thighs.
Olberg makes half a break, kicks cross field, bounces on the 10-metre line, and it's still loose. Harry Newman's back there to shepherd it over the dead ball line. He did well there, Newman. He was very calm.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think he needed to do that, Olberg. I don't think he needed to do that. He'd obviously found a bit of space on the edge. He was never going to get over the try line. But a cut back inside and it would have given his team the last tackle and an attacking kick. You can't bet all your chips when you're playing away at the league leaders and the team that's in sensational form. You can't bet all your chips on every hand.
Leeds unbeaten at home this season, played 9, won 9. Have not lost a match here at Headingley since the infamous left-to-right try in September last year when Saints won roundabout. Here goes Lund, Riley Lund, does he fancy it? He backed himself but was chopped down 10 metres out. Olberg made the tackle. Brodie Croft, Miller from left to right as they switch from coast to coast. Jake Connor cruises in. Jake the Snake slithers through for the opening try. Leeds went from the left flank to the right. Their own version of left to right. And Jake Connor scores the try. His third of the season. But when you add it to his try assist, Barry, 34 try involvements for the Leeds halfback.
Well, is there a better player in Super League in 2026, whether he's setting them up, converting 4 into 6 or scoring them as he does on this occasion? He's got all that action available to him outside, all players in motion, retreating defenders in front of him, and his instinct is to keep those cards close to his chest. I'm going to keep with the poker analogy and just see what happens in front of him. It was all set up from a gorgeous play. Centre field on Leeds Rhinos attacking left edge. Riley Lum, I agree with you, Rod. If he backs himself, I think he goes in the corner. It's been a bit of a stop-start year for Riley Lum.
It has.
His third appearance of the year. Perhaps a bit of a match practice, a bit of confidence lacking. But the Rhinos score over on the other side.
Well, Barry's had betting all his chips. He's had cards close to his chest. Now can Jake Connor add the juice to the 4? Yes, he can. Adds the 2. Leeds lead by 6. All of them scored by the Man of Steel leader and the reigning Man of Steel, for that matter, Jake Connor. Rhinos up 6.
Well, it's taken a while to get going. I'm talking to some very expectant Rhinos fans on the way up to the gantry this evening. All of them talking about how many, not will they or won't they, it's how many they will score. Well, that's the first 6 of the evening. It took all of about 12 minutes to get there.
The 120th try Leeds have scored in Super League, but the bloke that scored, give or take a quarter of them, it isn't playing tonight, Micah Sevo, with a broken arm. A reminder that Brad Arthur said earlier on in the week that he expects Sevo to be back for round 27 when Leeds play Hull FC.
With a plate in his arm.
That's right.
Wow. Do you know what, Rod? Back in my day, most players had a plate in their arm. Poor tackling technique and a bit of viciousness to the game at that point, but I'll be amazed if he makes it back for Hull. What a story it'll be if he does.
Well, Leeds will be monitoring that situation day by day. Goes without saying they want Sevo back. 29 tries for the season. It's well claimed by the stand-in fullback Luke Polselli. Another former London Bronco. He missed last week against the Catalan Dragons. An opponent he scored 2 against at the Magic weekend with the game playing cast that was played when Toulouse put the cleaners through the Catalan Dragons.
It's important Toulouse don't focus on who's not playing. Oli Ashelbot has been their best player by a country mile. He's been an attacking threat in every position of the field for the Toulouse side. But, yeah, if they start worrying about where Oli Ashelbot isn't, it could be a long night for them.
Newman gets the car into reverse and then starts accelerating back towards the halfway line as Leeds get possession again. Jared O'Connor. Bird now, Jack Bird. Back in business, missed 8 games before coming back in that shock defeat at Cass, but thankfully over his problems now, Jack Bird. That's a boost to Leeds at the back end of the season. Here's O'Connor again. Big Mick carts it towards the 30-metre line, plays the ball. O'Connor goes this time, carrying the ball in one hand. Swerves out of the tackle. Last tackle here for the Rhinos. What have they got up their sleeve this time? Connor kicks. Again, a high hanging ball towards the try line. Batted back. It's a loose ball, picked up by Toulouse. That could backfire on Leeds. Rouget scampering away, taken down by Brodie Croft.
And that's the second time they've done that. They've gone up and contested for the ball, but Toulouse, instead of trying to compete the ball, have rung around and held the position around the outside. Another penalty to play the ball from Leeds. But Cesar Rouget delightfully picking up that ball. You can see Ulberg may well have got a hand to it, but it doesn't matter. Rouget picks it up and gratefully goes 15-20 metres.
Leeds committing a lot of bodies in and around that contestable area.
Sevo,
and that means there's going to be some gaps in the backfield.
There's Sevo there, heavily bandaged.
Thank you.
There he is, the big fella.
Premonition by Barry McDermott there. He knew what was coming. Micah watching on with that arm strapped. But here are Toulouse looking to get back on an even keel. 6 down to Connor's try. Anthony Marion, the record appearance maker for this club. And that is the debutant, Victor Collin. 20-year-old making his debut in the halves tonight. Last tackle here for the French outfit. Keeping the ball in hand now, prodded forward. Miller does well. Can he get out of his in goal though? He's been manhandled back over the try line. And it will be a goal line dropout.
Good work. Sylvain Hules will be delighted with that play. A nice nudge through, a committed chase on one of the most consistent performers. Gerson and his teammates managed to keep the fullback Lucky Miller and prevent him, keep him upright, prevent him from hitting the deck, and that tackle being completed.
Leeds running down the shot clock here.
The shot clock that's designed to speed things up is actually slowing things down.
Well, they've taken it short. It's not going to go 10, is it? Well, that is a potential calamity. Hand over 10 metres out. Well, Leeds tried to be cute and it backfired.
Yeah, do you know, I watched that game back from last week, Catalans against Toulouse. Toulouse really early on with 2 points on offer took the 2. I'm not sure they're going to do the same here, but the short kick-off, it has its critics, it has its fans. I'm a bit nonplussed about it, mate.
Cater plays the ball. Marion. Well, they can set up base camp now, very close to the Leeds try line. Butler is manhandled back to the 10-metre line. They're back where they started at the sequence. Marion. And now Belmas goes close. Marion again, they're just using the heavy artillery here, Toulouse. Rouget.
Good tackle, Jack Bird.
Here's a good tackle by Bird, he read that well on Collin. Going straight down Main Street again here. Again the kick. Oh, fumbled. Knocked on, they're going to get another set here. Miller
Again.
looked like he had it, but then suddenly he hadn't.
Andy, where do you want it?
But a quality kick,
Middle.
and just on pointed where he wanted that ball kicked. A committed chase again. You can see as he checks himself, comes back to the other side, and that's a gorgeous kick. Second time they've put it in, second result they've got from it.
They have, and they get a full set again here, Barry, don't they? So
Heads in.
3 straight sets here,
Let's go.
one off the bodged short dropout,
10 seconds.
and now from the mishandling of the football by Miller, and from the scrum win, here come Toulouse again. Kai Ward. Well, Leeds' defence has been watertight up to press. Can they hold out for another set? Marion, forward pass being called here. It's knocked on anyway. And now Miller has got his hands on the ball, and he does keep holding it this time. Leeds back in possession.
A shame for Toulouse. They just couldn't quite convert that good work, those nice short kicks. A little bit of repeat possession. What will the Rhinos do here? Will they make them pay?
Well, last week against the Bradford Bulls on a Sunday afternoon, they spluttered and stuttered in the first half, Leeds, before finally blowing the Bulls away. But this is a tough night at the office so far for the league leaders. Only the 1 try. 6 again here, though. Fresh start for the Rhinos. 35 metres out. Watkins, O'Connor, Miller. Connor spins out a long ball to Lum. Lum comes running laterally. Riley Lum here. Now straightens up. Threatened to offload, didn't do so. Jared O'Connor very busy here. Oledzki on the charge. O'Connor moves from right to left. Now Connor, and now Hankinson. Hankinson is wrapped up. Leeds knock on the door for another try here. Oledzki dives to the line. The acrobatic Oledzki. Big Mick goes in for his 3rd of the season. A brace against Huddersfield here. And that was Superman stuff as he plunged over.
Good work from the Polish powerhouse. Second involvement in that set of 6. Jared O'Connor and Mikołaj Oledzki combining earlier on in the piece. But Jake O'Connor doing what he does best, telling lies with his body. Fakes to put the ball behind the player. Finds the short pass, and nobody's stopping Big Mick from that distance.
Thank you. Try to confirm, Jake. Shot clock's on.
Just barges players out of the way.
Try is confirmed, Barry. And so that is 10-0, and in all probability it will be 12. O'Connor kicking at 81% this season. 106 from 131 prior to this one. And he is the competition's leading point scorer. And he's enhanced that position tonight by scoring a try and kicking a goal. So you can add, I think he had 218 points before play commenced tonight. He's added 6 and it should be 8. So he's into the 220s. Jake, for the season, the man of steel. This should be comfortable, but as I keep saying, Barry, there are no easy kicks, there are just kicks. And he's giving this one a lot of respect here, Jake Connor.
Shot clock off, time on.
And there's no bother whatsoever. And Leeds lead by a dozen.
Well, the Toulouse players behind the sticks still in conversation. It was a little bit loose around the play of the ball. That's the reason Jared O'Connor on tackle 1 or 2, I'm not sure now, was able to get out, find Big Mick. And from that point in that set of 6, Toulouse were never set. The defensive line was never back and organised. And Jake Connor could just pick his holes wherever he went.
Oledzki on his way to the Perth Bears at the end of the season. So's Harry Newman, for that matter.
So is James McDonald.
So is McDonald. I was just coming to that, Barry. You've usurped me there. So
he's been in great form, James McDonald, you know, over on this right side. Every week, week in, week out, 7, 8, 9 out of 10. And just doing all the unnoticed stuff by everybody else. But his teammates love him.
Because Seaver scored so many tries, no one noticed the fact he's got 9. Miller makes half a break. cut down 10 metres from the halfway line. Lockie Miller. This is Ned McCormack. Had that try disallowed right at the start. O'Connor, Hankinson now. Hankinson seeing half a gap. There's gaps appearing now. Oh, Toulouse starting to run out of gas here in the second half of the first half. Callum Watkins spins and then is taken down by two Toulouse defenders. Central position here. Last tackle for Leeds. Brodie Croft prods one forward. Came off ahead, I think. In any regard, Toulouse have their hands on the ball. Knocked on. Leeds get it back.
I've got a first knock on from Leeds. It's going to be Toulouse scrum.
Well, they're going to get the ball back
but
to
Leeds had knocked on earlier on in the passage of play, I think, and so it's going to be a Toulouse scrum down.
I thought it was Brodie Croft who'd done a remarkable job and forced the issue, forced the error, should I say.
Got a challenge coming.
Are they going to challenge this? Another one. Cam Smith just warming up on the sideline.
Okay, we've got
So Leeds going to make a change.
Leeds are challenging the decision of a knock-on from them first.
Right, so they're challenging the decision of the knock-on. Live, I thought Brodie Croft had done a good job. So let's check this one to see if there's a knock-on. Jack Bird goes up, challenges for it. Does he touch it? It might do. Well, the question is, do Toulouse touch it first and does it hit Jack Bird? In that case, it will be play on. I don't know whether Jack Bird touches it at all. So he's not touched it, Jack Bird. Toulouse knock it back. This is play on.
And Toulouse knock on imminently, don't they, in this passage?
It goes back on. It goes backwards, sorry. No knock on. And from this offload, yeah, I didn't think he touched it. Brodie Croft, that's just good defence, good hustle.
Challenge
and they
is going
forced
to
a
be
mistake.
successful. Well, I'll tell you what, the problem with this is, for mine,
Yeah.
Leeds are going to get
Perfect,
scrubbed.
thank you.
Problem here for me is that Toulouse made that play because
20 on
they'd been
10
told it was a zero tackle.
Yeah.
They threw it about and knocked on.
Yeah.
In the knowledge that they had the safety net of the zero tackle, which that was a ultimately
I'm not
didn't
sure
have.
that goes through a player's mind. I'm not sure at this point, when Toulouse collect it, he thinks I've got a free hit here.
Well,
he thinks he can pass it to a player in a better position.
Why would he offload 5 metres to his own line?
Why does a player do anything? Because he thinks he's going to get an advantage from it.
Well,
He's rarely listening to the referee, Rod.
Find it in the middle.
Well, I can't have that.
Shot clock off.
I think the referee shouting zero tackle influences.
No.
Anyway, Leeds have got the ball, so
I
it doesn't matter what I
respectfully
think.
disagree, Rod.
Right, well, cricketers do different things on no balls, I can assure you. Leeds have got the ball, so it doesn't matter.
Cricket's a lot slower, Rod.
It's McCormack.
Henry!
And this is Cooper Jenkins.
Hold, Henry, hold! Go,
Could be more punishment handed out by the league leaders here. Callum Watkins fancies a burst very close to the try line. Callum plays the ball. That was the third tackle. Leeds knocking on this door here. Cam Smith off the bench. Again enveloped by his opposite number, Butler. O'Connor finds Jenkins. It's route one. It's simple basics from Leeds here. They've got Lum hugging the touch glove on this near side. It's going to the other wing, though. It's going towards Callum Watkins. He offloads wildly. Leeds screaming for a knock-on.
Leeds got night over
It's
it.
another Leeds scrum.
Knock on.
Well, Callum Watkins, with all the experience in the world, it's his 350th Super League game this evening. Goes into contact. I think that's his second involvement. Scoops the ball back. And there's a hand from a Toulouse player that ends up being a knock-on.
Shot clock's on.
I think it's that one when they try and get hold of possession.
Goes backwards off him. Heads in. Head in.
Well, all the forwards hunting tries here.
Head in at the back, please.
They'll be up to Barry McDermott's try record soon. 57, Barry, by my reckoning, you've scored in your career. Aletsky's had 3 in this season. Here's Lockie Miller. Lockie Miller has been held back by his Right arm has the ball in his left, though. 6 more for Leeds. Really turning up the heat on Toulouse here. Jenkins again, he's seen a lot of the ball in this attacking passage of play on the Toulouse line. Cam Smith. Cam Smith is enveloped by 3 Toulouse defenders. But it's all Leeds at the moment. They already lead by a dozen. Can they make it another 4 or 6? Cooper Jenkins looking for what would be his 7th try of the Super League season. Connor, Croft, 2 halfbacks combining here. Comes to nothing though. McDonald looking for double digits on tries. Could not get over from that range. What have they got here? 2 tackles left in the bank as Cam Smith finds Jake Connor. Miller, it's found, it's got it wide to Lum. Riley Lum, a big drag by his shorts here. Dragged down, lost the ball in the tackle, and the air comes out of the Leeds balloon.
You felt, didn't you, when Riley Lum got hold of that ball, the defence of Toulouse was always moving towards him. He didn't quite have enough space to take advantage of that. And I have seen Lockie Miller in that position give it straight to the winger, go across the face of the centre.
He's yet to score in the Super League this season. Did score against Widnes in the Cup, been out on loan at Huddersfield.
It's been a season of loans and injuries, and Riley Lum is a player with tremendous promise and potential. Once he gets a run of games under his belt, he's obviously, you know, he's behind some significant wingers in Sevo and Ryan Hall.
Yeah, difficult to get a game. We shouldn't forget that Ryan Hall is on the sidelines as well as Mike Sevo at the moment. But Lum just looks a little rusty on this left flank at the moment.
Come away, Jared Hall!
So Toulouse did very well there to survive that Leeds onslaught on their line. There was multiple sets, but they escaped, and now they have ball in hand as they move away from their own danger zone.
Release him! So far, he moved forward. Marcus accepted.
Polselli
Surrender!
coming forward from full-back.
He's got some zip, hasn't he, when he carries the ball. He's not the same threat as the bloke he's taking over from. Riley Lum under the high ball.
Claims it safely now. Keeping an eye on what's going on elsewhere, and this will interest Leeds Rhinos fans because the Lee Leopards lead Wigan 8-0. And if these results were to be maintained right through until full time, the Rhinos would be 4 points ahead of Wigan. Wakefield don't play till later in the weekend. They go to Catalan. OKR up 16-8 on the Bulls as the champions look to get back in business after a couple of recent defeats. Won the whole derby, of course. Connor to Miller. Miller, long looping ball. Finding McDonald, offloads to Bird. Bird is knocked down. 30 metres out, and now Miller kicks.
Oh, it's an
it's a
ugly
vicious
kick.
bouncing ball in the end. Smith, what's happening
my
here?
word.
He's knocked it forward into the shoulder
Yeah, it was
of
a-
the player. No, it's come off Cam.
Cam Smith knocked that
Knock
ball
on,
on, didn't he?
Don't play the ball.
It was a horrible kick, wasn't it? Horrible kick.
It come off him into the shoulder of him.
Was it Lockie Miller who puts it up and it flopped and floated until it hit the ground, and then
Wait.
Cam Smith catches it, hits it into the Toulouse player, thus the knock-on occurs.
Yeah, it was a chaos-causing kick.
Jared O'Neill!
Missed kick, you might call it, by Miller, but it certainly threatened to do a lot of damage with the bouncing ball. A
Do you know
meaty hit.
Sorry, Rob, do you know 12-0, 30-odd minutes on the clock? I think they'd be happy with this, Toulouse. They've made the game scrappy. They've not allowed Leeds to get in the flow. That might have been on the tip sheet in the week. Don't let the Rhinos click into gear and start posting try after try.
Well, in the game in the south of France, the second half was an 18-all draw. And Toulouse have made a habit of scoring a lot of second-half points over the season. Oh, this is great stuff. By Toulouse, good ball that. And this is Polselli. Still going, not held. Is now Luke Polselli. Advancing from full-back.
So far.
Rouget spinning the ball, may have gone forward towards
what a shame.
Ethan Kyle-Ward.
It was Tiaki Chan, charges onto the ball, finds an offload. And Polselli I'd said a moment or two ago, he's got some pace. Sums it up really well. I think it's O'Kane who finds the ball inside, finds the fullback. Great work from Lockie Miller. So often is Lockie Miller the spark with the ball. Well, on that occasion, it's his defence that lifts his team.
That could be an important intervention by Lockie Miller, because that could easily have been 12-6 with half-time looming. And a very different change to the mood music in the sheds at half-time for both coaches, Brad Arthur of Leeds and Sylvain Ules of Toulouse Olympique. Cam Smith spinning a ball to Connor. Miller. Leeds starting to look more smooth with ball in hand, starting to throw it around quite nicely, examining this Toulouse defence. Connor kicks. Straight down the middle. Should be dealt with, and is. No problem at all. Munguer brings it away. That's Toulouse's first real threat in that we just saw a minute or two ago when Polselli almost scored.
I know we talked about Riley Lum a few times and maybe not quite capitalising on things that have been put in his way or given to him. But if they keep persisting with this left side of tight Leeds, there is something there.
That was Collin, the debutant, getting the ball wide. Troppi.
Short side play.
Yeah, again the two half-backs combining. It's come loose and it's play on. Tyra Jones, call a play on. Jussem is wrapped up, can't get a leg free, can't get the arm free though. And Polselli again, he's seen a lot of him this evening. And Jussem again fancies it, straightens up, runs into Cameron Smith. And then the kick comes from Victor Collin. Judging it well, Lockie Miller.
It's a real balance for Toulouse when they push that pass, find an offload and make it a little bit unstructured. It's troubling the Rhinos, but if they get that wrong, they give the ball away and then they give the advantage to Leeds. They've got to get that balance right.
Toliafoa makes the tackle. Miller brings the ball forward. Runs into Garrigue and Chan and O'Kane. Jared O'Connor always looking to offload on the scamper, the Leeds hooker. Danny Levi still out injured, so a lot of work required by Jared O'Connor.
80 minutes last week, Jared O'Connor had an immense game. He's the engine of this side, Jared O'Connor.
Jake Connor is spilt. Polselli tidies up.
Wow.
He could be forced over his own line here. He must be close to being over. Has he kept the ball in play? He's done very, very well.
It must have been a knock-on from Jack Bird. Leeds get away with one. As Jack Bird challenges, as they've done on every kick, the ball is forced out of the grasp. Anyway.
Alberg plays the ball for Toulouse, who now having to work hard to get outside their own half again here.
I think there's a little touch from Jack Bird there.
Toliafoa.
Hold, go 5.
Kick from Rouget. Has he overcooked it? No, he's got it perfect. In terms of the sideline, yeah, that was absolutely ideal in the end. Well weighted, well directed.
Oh, he's well met. Toulouse chase hard and Riley Lum leisurely carries that ball forward and nearly gets knocked back as many metres. He looks like he's struggling with the pace of the game at the minute, Riley Lum.
Well brought down by Harry Newman, stuck out a paw and just knocked it into his own grasp, did well. Jack Bird now. Dumped to the ground, and he's knocked on in the process.
Again, there's a couple of those carries there. You've got to run within 10. It doesn't matter what game you're playing or who your opposition is, run within 10. Get through contact and collision. It started with Riley Lum and Jack Bird, who's normally so aggressive when he carts the ball forward. He's holding it in one hand, and sometimes when you're playing against an opposition, you're expected to be. Sometimes a little bit of that apathy creeps into your game. He got what he deserved then, Jack Bird.
Well, it's not just expected to beat, it's expected to beat comfortably. They are beating them. It's 12-0. There's nothing to panic about as far as Leeds are concerned, but they're not at full throttle by any manner of means. Ethan Kai Ward takes the tackle, 30 metres out, right-hand side, south stand side here at Headingley. Second tackle is done. Colin is starting to come into the game a little bit, the young halfback. Marion. A penalty to Toulouse.
Yeah, as he takes that ball, he gets hit and forced to the floor. I think it's Marion, is it? Yeah. Well, he's the player just getting up. Cesar Rouge just having a conversation as the play unfolds. Marion is collected by Cameron Smith. There's not much, but it's enough.
It's a penalty at which they will run. John Toliafoa. Garrigue spinning it to that left-hand side. Marion getting involved now. A little more from the dummy half roll. The Toulouse captain Garrigue comes into that position now after the tackle on Tiaki Chan. It's picked up here by Jake Connor. He won't have the legs himself as he got him with the last. Riley Long evades one, evades two, evades three. Still going forward, but in the end he's corralled.
Second interception from Jake Connor. He ends up passing it to the much faster player who's not fast enough.
Well, now Leeds running at a disorganised defence after O'Connor's intercept. Harry Newman shrugs off a challenge and comes back snapping at him here. There's a ball that was behind, but now it's another try. Lovely try for the Rhinos. It's try number 3 for Leeds. It was Tom Holroyd.
Tom Holroyd pushes up in support. Presley Cassell, the player before that. But what a gorgeous ball it was from Cam Smith, who takes it to the line. I actually thought it was too close to the line. One of the Toulouse players might have snaked an arm out. But here's the mistake. Here's Jake Connor doing Jake Connor things. Ends up with Riley Lum galloping 25-30 metres downfield. But Cam Smith's involvement. He's rolling 2026. He's coming on off the bench. Adding a different slant to the game. But Presley Cassell, another player with lots of promise. When we eventually get to see Zach Lloyd, Chev Walker is somebody we'll talk about, the former Leeds Rhinos centre and the current transition manager at Leeds Rhinos. What a wonderful job he's doing with players like Presley Cassell. It's a gorgeous offload. And big Tom Holroyd gets a well-deserved try.
And Cassell, another one who's been out on loan at Huddersfield and Hunslet this season, as we mentioned, like Riley Lum. And Jake Connor had this hand quite literally in this passage of play with the intercept and strokes over his third successful goal kick of the night. And Leeds now lead by 18 points to 0. And that is half-time here at AMT Headingley, with the Rhinos in command, although not at full throttle by any manner of... But they'll be looking at bringing off Connor, Miller, Croft.
Maybe, Rod, maybe that was in the mind of Brad Arthur at some point during the week, but not at this stage here. Toulouse are still competing, they're still giving themselves a chance, and Toulouse, for them, forget chasing points, they've got to compete every set of 6, every tackle, and try and build some pressure on Leeds Rhinos. There were phases of it, moments of it, but not extended periods like they need.
Brad Arthur, bearing in mind all the injuries Leeds have got, he's gone with pretty much the strongest team he could put out on the paddock tonight. The Rhinos head coach.
If there was ever a week you were going to look at players who were less than 100, I'm not going to say less than 100% fit, you're never 100% fit, but players that needed a bit of a break, then this week was the one. But perhaps Brad Arthur needed to keep the momentum within his team.
Well, I think we're probably learning, Barry, that head coaches of the acumen and calibre of Brad Arthur think slightly differently from commentators and co-commentators up on the gantry. Lockie Miller tried to squirm free, couldn't quite do so. This is Ned McCormack now. First appearance of the season, we saw his younger brother Fergie McCormack playing for the Rhinos. I think that was against Huddersfield when they put the cleaners through the Giants.
He's 18th man today, Fergie.
Yeah. Yeah, that 52-0, that's their biggest home win of the season. They beat Huddersfield. There was speculation they might be able to top that tonight. It doesn't look likely at this moment in time.
Good hands.
Connor did well. Connor did very well there. So did Chris Hankinson, by the way. Here is Chris Hankinson.
That would have tested Jake Connor's hamstrings. It was right down near his ankles.
Well, it was. He picked it up off the floor. Brodie Croft offloads. Holroyd, the try scorer, the last try scorer. Still going, big Tom Holroyd. Strong run, this. Powerful run. 20 metres out. The red line is the 20-metre line. Connor kicks across the face of the posts. Oh. It's bobbling around. It's gone over the red ball line. Tara Jones has got a decision to make here. Goal line dropout is her decision.
Just a little bit too long for the plan that they had in the minds, Leeds Rhinos, but because Lockie Miller chases, competes, and makes it that awkward for Toulouse.
Shot clock's on. Time off.
Yeah, it's a real ricochet. Like
shot clock's on.
A bowling ball at the back, that rugby league ball.
Yep.
Miller was hunting 4 points. He's only scored 2 tries this season in the Super League. Lockie Miller, he had 9 for the Rhinos in 2025, but he has a number of try assists, and that's gone straight out. Well, that is out on the full, and the Rhinos are going to get the ball.
Well, they've had 2 in the game, 1 each, and neither one of them has worked.
Well, it's become very much...
It goes without saying, when they come off, they look spectacular, but when they don't...
The short dropout is fashionable for Leeds. For Toulouse, it's en vogue. And they take the tap restart on the 10-metre. Holroyd again. Leeds have been very dangerous from close range. Tries have come from close range. O'Connor to Connor to Croft. There's another. McDonald. Almost the obligatory try for James McDonald as he goes into double digits in the try column. That is some output for a second row forward.
He just picks his line. James McDonald stays true. He might weave a little bit, but he knows the hole that he needs to be in for the distributors to find him. It's a well-worked, well-set-up play. And as I said, over on this right side, there hasn't been a more consistent performer for Leeds this year. A wonderful professional and a great role model to everybody at Headingley. Jake Connor, Brodie Croft, and you can see as he catches that ball, he skips from his left foot, plants his right foot down, changes his angle when he collects the ball. But the true nature of the support run before he gets it means that defenders haven't accounted for him.
Thank you.
Well, you could not call James McDonald an unexpected source of tries. You might categorise Aletsky as that of Tom Holroyd, and even to a degree Jake Connor, who's only got his 3rd of the season tonight. But I'll tell you what, Barry, before tonight, 44% of Leeds Super League tries had come from either Brodie Croft or Mike Sivo, as Connor converts and makes it 24-0. And obviously Sivo won't score tonight, and Croft hasn't scored tonight either, so Brad Arthur might be very satisfied to see a lot of other players getting on the try chart.
He has a really high volume of what he puts into the game, and he will make that run, I don't know, maybe 4, 5 occasions before he gets the ball, but he's always turning up. And I used to have a coach who used to tell me, if you are in the right place at some point, it's going to be the right time. So the more you can be in that place, the higher the chances you get the reward.
5 tries now in the last 2.5 games for James McDonald. Harry Newman with ball in hand here. Toliafoa has Harry Newman in hand, along with Tiaki Chan. Cam Smith, the Rhinos now, 24 up. And you'd think virtually out of sight here, the league leaders. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of interested Rhinos fans trying to check on whether Wigan are still getting beat at Lee. This is bouncing ball. Was that knocked on? I think it was.
Yeah, I think there's a knock on there. When it gets a bit quick around the play of the ball, the Rhinos are on the front foot. Jared O'Connor is out searching and probing.
Challenge it.
And then potentially there's some mistakes.
Time off.
Challenge coming here.
Got a challenge coming.
I'm not sure about this one, Rod. I felt at the time there was a knock on by Presley Cassell.
O'Connor, yeah.
But it may be further behind. There may be something else before the Presley Cassell.
No challenge.
Oh, they've changed their mind. I wouldn't be surprised if Presley Cassell has said no, leave it.
I don't know what happened there, because it appeared to call it and then withdraw it again. I'm not sure what the protocol is. It's meant to be within 10 seconds to stop people looking at laptops and replays.
We were communicating. Heads in.
I have no idea what happened.
Well, she's just explained to the players we were still communicating.
Head in.
Right.
He head in. Okay. Out, time on.
A bit of possession here for Toulouse.
Release him. Hold. Hold. Go on.
Tara Jones said that they hadn't finished communicating. It is a bit grey area where the captain's challenges, how long you've got to challenge, because the referee keeps explaining for half a minute, you get for another half a minute plus 10 seconds. Don't ask me, Larry. It is Colin. Troppi is tackled.
Hold. Go forward. He held the player's leg. So far.
Paulselli, Colin, Marion Rouget offloads brilliantly. Josem. Well, he's a dangerous runner with ball in hand. 13 tries this season for Matteo Josem, and it was looking like it could be another. But that will be the changeover.
Yeah, he's run on the last tackle there. Got excited at the back end of the set, but here's an opportunity for Toulouse to try and build some pressure. Cesar Rouge, who finds a delicate little offload. The second row, Jasson did incredibly well to keep hold of it. Well, the Rhinos trying to advance upfield through Lockie Miller.
Miller stretching his legs. Leeds up 24-0, already with a try in the second half. McDonald got it. Tries in the first half from Connor, Oledzki and Holroyd. Cam Smith plays the ball. Jared O'Connor is there. So is Jake Connor. Now this is Lockie Miller. Hankinson. Good tackle by Garrigue. Miller kicks. Taiwan, Rhinos advancing, but they're not going to be there in time to deal with Paulselli, who claimed that uncontested kick. And Toulouse, who inside their half with Paulie Olberg. Have won more away games than home games this season, Toulouse Olympique. 4 times they've won on the road at Wakefield on the opening round of fixtures, you might recall. Hull FC, Huddersfield, and you'll certainly remember that mauling of St Helens. Olberg plays the ball.
After 8 of 9 minutes of this second half, they need to find a little bit of energy now. They're about to complete another set, about to put another kick in.
Rouget with the kick. Backpedaling is Lum. He's got Miller there to bail him out. Lockie Miller scampering laterally. South stand in full voice here. Back in the day, they used to chant, "Barry's going to get you." And you did more often than not, Barry, didn't you?
I tried.
McDonald.
So that collision in back play between Jake Connor. Good work from Jared O'Connor.
Jared O'Connor, good scooting, scampering run from the Leeds hooker.
Nice burst of pace from the play of the ball.
Yeah, reminiscent of Terry O'Connor in his prime there as Jake Connor prods one forward, collected by Polselli. He's done well at fullback, actually. He may not carry the same running threat as Ashel Bott, but he's been very neat and tidy as the last line of defence.
I agree, very tidy at the back, and when he's been up the other end of the field, he's been a threat with the ball. He's just not had too many looks, nor have Toulouse.
Come off the ball! Here, hold.
Sorry, I thought he said reminiscent of his dad, Terry O'Connor, then. Jared O'Connor's pass.
Knock on there by Benji Laguerre. And that's a sloppy one in that area of the field, for sure. Because handing the ball to the Leeds Rhinos, league leaders, the leading try scorers in the comp, with 123 now this season in that position, is asking for trouble here. They may well find it again here, Toulouse.
Oh, Jared O'Connor out of the back. When it gets a bit quick for the Leeds Rhinos, he's doing his best impression of Danny Levi. There's Terry O'Connor taking a picture of himself, never mind his granddaughter. Yeah, there he is. Even his granddaughter doesn't want to know him.
Well, Terry is enjoying himself. Must be listening to one of Barry's jokes. Leeds back in possession, in the red zone. Oh, it's another for Big Tom. Big Tom is there. Holroyd, the rampaging Rhino. Surely he got it down. Tara Jones may have a different view than we have from the gantry. She does not believe it's a try. So there'll be a video ref review here for Liam Rush to look at. Does he have a different view to the on-field official, Tara Jones?
Okay, it's tackle 2. Got a live call of no try. We're checking the grounding, so Holroyd's always in possession. He's always in possession. He's moving towards the floor here. The ball is wrapped up at this point. It's wrapped up. We then lose sight of the ball on that angle. Okay, we'll just explore any other available angles. Possibly camera 2. We'll lose sight of the ball on camera 2 as well. We'll check camera 1. So we can see there the ball is up on camera 1. There's a hand underneath the ball, still a hand underneath the ball. We can see the ball all the way through, there's a hand underneath. The ball's clearly wrapped up, and then the referee blows the whistle. So it's going to be no try held up.
Well, the video ref is going to support the on-field decision of no try, ball held up. Although if you were the Leeds Rhinos barrister, you would feel that the ball must have hit the ground at some point.
Listen, let's credit the defence. He's a big man. Big, powerful player to try and stop. And Toulouse with 2, 3, 4 defenders around. They managed to create enough doubt in the mind of Tara Jones, and it's impossible to see. I thought it touched the floor. But Rhinos crack on. Tackle 3.
Thought it touched the floor, says the former Leeds Rhinos forward, Barry McDermott. Jared O'Connor heading to the 10-metre line. Slipping, thought of offloading as he slipped, but didn't. Jack Bird. Brodie Croft, haven't seen much of him as an attacking force tonight. Cam Smith straightens up. That's a penalty. Can't imagine they'd be interested in the 2 points from here.
No, play with the ball. 24-0 scoreboard is saying they'll be confident to get in another.
Fresh set then for Leeds. Cassell, who created that try so wonderfully for Tom Holroyd in the first half with a beautiful sleight of hand, plays the ball this time to Jared O'Connor. Jake Connor. Holroyd still hunting that second try, trying to bag a brace. Denied by the Toulouse defence a moment or 2 ago. 6 again here, the Rhinos piling on the pressure. Cameron Smith on his way to Wakefield next season. So are Leeds on the way to Wakefield next week, I think, aren't they, in their next fixture. Here's Jake Connor, Brodie Croft, picked up by Newman. Newman, though, had to go into reverse before he could engage first gear. Plays the ball for Bird, Jack Bird. Lockie Miller in the attack from fullback. Audacious pass. Hankinson has found Callum Watkins. Watkins has found Lum. Lum has to go backwards before going forwards. Connor kicks this time. Exhausted all other options.
Second tackle, Rod. They had a lot of tackles to play with. It ends up being a good result after the hard work of James McDonald. They must have been confident of getting something from the back of it. That's the mood that they're in. Anything that presents itself as Riley Lum passes it to Jake Connor, who thinks I'll just nudge it behind the defensive line.
It may have felt they were running out of options as an alternative view on that far side.
They had 4 tackles left.
I understand that, but he just took that option. He's got the extra set, so you can't knock what he did. The result was good. By the way, Wigan have taken the lead against Lee. Short drop out again is collected by the Rhinos. Miller, Croft, Connor going for the hands now, all right. Callum Watkins, Chris Hankinson. Hankinson straightens up here, close to the line once more, but Toulouse holding firm. 12 metres out, he plays the ball. Cameron Smith came off the interchange bench in this match. What can O'Connor locate close to the line? Goes himself, Jared O'Connor, looking to mark that 150th career appearance with a try, which would be his 4th of the season. Jake Connor gets it wide to Riley Lum. Lum close to the line, trying to burrow his way over. Denied by a 3-man Toulouse welcoming committee. 6 more here. This is an onslaught and no mistake. Holroyd offloads to Croft. Chances here. Miller. They've got it to Newman. Harry Newman on the wing tonight with Mike Casino out. Only the 3rd game he's ever played on the wing for the Rhinos. He gets his 9th try of the season.
All that pressure converting into points for the Leeds Rhinos. And Harry Newman over on the right side is delighted with the latest 4-pointer. It goes from coast to coast. And a succession of offloads, pushing the pass. It goes all the way from the left to the right. That's a nice hit and spin from Tom Holroyd. Back to Brodie Croft. And Jack Bird, who's one-on-one with his opposition, unselfishly hands it on to the grateful Harry Newman. Just starting to break open now, Toulouse, who have had to defend so many times. Micah Sevo, that could have been try number 30 for the big fella.
Thank you.
You can see with that heavy bandage on his arm, he won't be playing for a while.
Well, Newman scores for Leeds. Know what I mean, Harry? He's 9th of the season.
Shot clock off.
Well,
Time on.
you'd have to say, as Connor misses for the first time tonight, that when people thought, what is Brad Arthur doing, sending Harry Newman out on loan early season to Hull FC, but that appears to have revitalised him.
It does, it shortened him right up, didn't it? He's come back a different player with a different mentality. Maybe it just reminded him that he's not Leeds Rhinos, but what he's done, he's responded in the best way possible. Come back, and as we say, we're seeing the very best of Harry Newman on a regular basis now. Well done to him. Short kick-off from Toulouse.
28-0 then, off the back of that Newman try. Rouget gets us back underway. A contestable picked up by Toulouse, knocked on by Toulouse, says Tara Jones.
Well, it's the second rower again, James McDonald, who puts his body on the line. So often he puts his head, feet and brains where other people want. It's Jack Bird who shoulder charges him.
Shot clock's on. Take a step back from the police car. Thank you. On my team. Let's go. There's a delay on that, so don't trust it.
Not even in the last quarter of this game yet.
Shot clock off. Yep.
28-0 on the scoreboard.
Well, news for Leeds. Barry, is that Ned McCormack was offered an HIA and he has now failed that HIA, and that means Callum Watkins is back in the fray for the Rhinos, as you see.
I think Hankinson has gone out to centre, over on that left side. Not too much of an adjustment for the Rhinos in the back line. So many players can play a multitude of positions.
Yeah. Chris Hankinson, a very good example of that. There weren't too many fanfares when he arrived after that trauma at Salford, but he can play anywhere. Hankinson is doing just that in the left centre.
He's one of the first names on the team sheet for Brad Arthur.
I'm not surprised. He's Mr. Versatility. Kick by Miller. On the line, it's going to land for the try here.
There it is.
And a spectacular try at that. Lockie Miller's kick was absolutely pinpoint. And that will be a second try of the night for Jake Connor. What a flying leap. Superman stuff. He flies through the air. Jake Connor.
Well, earlier on in his career, we used to see that regular arms high competing for the ball. But as he catches that ball, he's got to get down to the ground. And that's the reason he took a moment to get back up. Maybe even knock the wind out of himself. But Lockie Miller at fullback kicks the ball, places it in the right part of the field. They're still trying to work out whether this try is a legitimate one. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I talked about players who can play in a multitude of positions. You've also got players who can fulfill a multitude of skills. That would be the other way around 9 times out of 10. Connor kicking for Miller.
The second try of the night for Jake Connor, and that was very much, is it a bird, is it a plane? No, it's Jake Connor. Second try of the night, and the goals to go with it. He's already kicked 4. You'd expect it to be 5. And that now, as far as Jake Connor is concerned, is a 35th try involvement of this spectacular, stellar season that he is enjoying here at Headingley.
Well, we talk about the Steve Prescott man of steel, and who's going to be there or thereabouts. This man is head and shoulders above everyone.
Well, I'll tell you what, last season, you might call it some controversy, and people said, what on earth are they going to do? There'll be no debate this year. Well, I say that. He and Ash Hanley were joint top in the last bracket of matches, weren't they?
And then if you chuck Lockie Miller in the mix as well, you could argue that first, second and third choice might be in the blue amber of Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah, they might have all 3 spots on the podium, might they, Leeds?
Wow.
So there's some spectacular individual performances for Leeds, but the collective are top of the Super League and will be staying there tonight. Can they stay there all the way through the end of the season? Can they get another grand final win?
Now, Rod, you asked me the question about Brad Arthur and his attitude towards this game. Would he move players around? Well, this is about the time now. 60 minutes on the clock, 34-0 on the scoreboard. The players you need and want to rest, get them off. Wrap them in cotton wool.
The scoreboard, the platform is built for some champagne rugby league against the team from the south of France. Can Leeds really turn it on now and start to showboat a little bit in front of a packed Headingley crowd? Connor, his pass is picked off. He was doing the picking off in the first half.
Oh, Jerry O'Connor.
This time it's gone wrong as far as Jake Connor is concerned. Toulouse back in possession here. Rouget is chopped down by Zach Lloyd off the bench for his Leeds Rhinos Super League debut. Great to see for the teenager.
Oh, wonderful work from the middle unit forward. He gets involved early doors. Tremendous attitude from him, but as we said, Chev Walker and the rest of the staff working behind the scenes, trying to bring the next players through the system and onto this kind of platform. Will be punching the air with delight.
Newman is beaten there. Troppy, Romeo Troppy, Leeds picking up again here. Brodie Croft, the whistle's gone though. There's a penalty to Toulouse, and Leeds' counter-attack is cut short.
There's a tackle off the ball, according to Tara Jones. I'm not sure whether it's Harry Newman. when Presley Cassell ends up with the ball,
Okay. He's lifted him in a dangerous
the referee
position.
blows a whistle and we go all the way back.
He's lifted him in a dangerous position.
Tara Jones is explaining to the players that he's lifted him into a dangerous position.
So the foul play is getting reviewed anyway, Callum. Callum, the foul play is getting reviewed and he's put in a dangerous position. Yeah? He is put in a dangerous position.
Well, there you go.
Callum,
Callum Watkins was almost going to use his captain's challenge.
Okay, thank you.
Was more or less told by Tara Jones, you're not going to win because it's being reviewed.
Fair point.
I think she's done him a favour there, Callum Watkins. He was nearly giving it away. He was always going to lose.
Be careful, Leeds.
Again, there's another thing. Is there a protocol that the referee is supposed to offer any advice on the potential victory of a captain's challenge? Knock on here in any regard. And every time we question what was going on with the captain's challenge, players reverted back to where we were before after a knock on.
That's the 12th mistake that Toulouse have made with ball in hand. That's not to mention the 40-odd missed tackles,
That's the mark, boys.
the penalties that they've given away.
Let's go.
Yeah, and this is an intimidating place to come these days. The Rhinos unbeaten at home.
Was there any need for the words these days, Barry? It was intimidating before, wasn't it?
Hey,
Well, you stalked the paddock.
There's been times over the last 10 years when Leeds have been going through that rocky patch where I reckon teams look forward to coming to Headingley. Well, not in 2026.
Well, in that golden generation period, Barry, when Friday night was Rhinos night, that was the strap line. The place was rocking, wasn't it? It was Sir Kevin, Rob Burrow, Danny Maggs, you, of course.
Yeah. Well, those days look like they're back. As I said at the beginning of the game, the Killers anthem crying out, the whole South stand gets behind the side. And although it took a bit of time for this game to break open, 34-0, and points you feel are coming thick and fast. Great work from Zach Lloyd.
6 tries to 0, 34 points to 0. Zach Lloyd carrying it forward as they play the ball. Kick from Jake Connor. Paulie Oberg under pressure, collects. Callum Watkins first there, the evergreen, Callum Watkins.
I'm just loving the energy and the appetite to defend from Leeds, and although there's 34 points and there's been enough breaks in the game, it's a tired Toulouse side that now looks upfield and sees some intent in the defence.
Brad Arthur starting the night with a 66% win rate as coach of the Leeds Rhinos. He'll nudge that up a little bit too. It'll be his 42nd win, I think, in charge of the Rhinos over his period at the helm. And what a successful period it looks like being for the Rhinos. Lum is under it, calls for it. Well, Miller almost got in his way, but Lum was able to evade his own fullback and claim possession for the Rhinos. Taken to ground. Gets up to play the ball. Connor's in there. Not O'Connor. Connor this time at dummy half. Bird.
Oh no, AJ! Here, hold.
You talked about Brad Arthur. He'll be quick to mention Jamie Langley and Scott Griggs, his 2 assistants. Work closely with him. His philosophy is set and they carry it out on a daily basis.
Miller threatened to break free there. Couldn't quite do so. Callum Watkins as Leeds threatened more points here. A converted try would take them up to the 40-point mark here. 52 points is their record win of the season. They beat Huddersfield here 52 points to 0. Bird managed to reach behind himself to pick that one up. Jack Bird. And Leeds also enjoyed a similar margin with that romp over OKR in Las Vegas. Connor kicks. That is a contestable.
Nice catch.
Kai Ward has got there first.
Good take, good confident take.
The tall Australian centre.
Another player with arms outstretched, but again, the hunger and appetite of Leeds, particularly through Jared O'Connor, setting that line speed, chasing hard for marker, makes it impossible for Toulouse to gain ground.
They've only lost 4 times all season, the Leeds Rhinos. The latest, that real shocker at Cass a couple of weeks ago. Lots of rugby league coming up on Sky Sports. You can see them going through the bottom of your screen there in the NRLW. As Leeds pick up another loose ball. Watkins.
Cesar Rouge who makes the mistake. According to our stats, that's 13 now.
Here is Zach Lloyd. Wouldn't he love to get over the try line on his debut?
Here, Joe, hold. 6 again!
6 again as they're too slow getting off Lloyd. Cameron Smith has been very busy off the interchange bench.
Release it! Oh, go on.
This is Holroyd, denied a try earlier, has one, almost has two. There's Lloyd again. He's close, Zach.
Oh, go free.
Brodie Croft yet to score, 23 this season, blocked to kick through, not dead. It'll be a goal line drop out here. Leeds all over Toulouse like a cheap suit.
Nice work from Brodie Croft. He looks for the short pass, decides to thread the ball through and just give Cam Smith a chance. Good work at the back from Paul Selly. Just nudges it over that back line. If he doesn't, Cam Smith gets his first. I'm going to put my neck on the block there. I reckon Zach Lloyd gets over for a try on this right side before the 80 minutes is up, Rod.
Does this dropout work for Toulouse? It has not. OK, Barry, I'll bear that in mind.
Go on.
Another set for Leeds, close to the Toulouse line. Jake Connor, Hankinson, Lum, Riley Lum has not had the running room he would have desired, particularly in this second half.
He's shown up well, Presley Cassell.
He has.
Some really nice touches.
Oh, go free.
Two 19-year-old forwards on the field for Leeds, Cassell and Lloyd. Good ball to Miller from Croft. Two tackles left in this sequence for Leeds. Cam Smith with the old 1-2. Brodie Croft. Croft is there. Waltz is in. Number 24. Brodie Croft. Almost the obligatory Brodie Croft try for the Rhinos. 8 tries in his last 5 games.
Offloading at will, the Leeds Rhinos. Toulouse just aren't able either to stop progress or stop the ball being offloaded. I mentioned Presley Cassell a moment or two ago. Really early on in this passage of play, he hits, he spins, he makes the ball available, and that creates the space. It all came from this short dropout again. We'll have a look at it here. Presley Cassell, hit, spin, finds Cam Smith, and Brodie Croft, almost by accident, has to run with the ball. He's looking to pass as soon as he gets hold of it. But Kai Ward is already beyond the defensive line. The gap and the space is opened, and Brodie Croft waltzes into it.
38-0, and this Jake Connor kick separating Leeds from the 40-point barrier. 18-0 at half-time it was. Connor strikes and converts. 7 tries, 6 Jake Connor goals, and Leeds lead Toulouse 40-0. I'm fully aware that any outcome is possible in any match, but I'm going to give this one to Leeds, so it's down to Wigan to keep pace. And Matty Pete's side now up 20 points to 8 at Leeds, so it looks like Wigan will keep close order, a couple of points behind the Rhinos at the top.
Well, Toulouse look like they're chasing ghosts and trying to catch ghosts when they're attempting to make a tackle, resorting to another short kick-off.
And that has gone out of play. Whose ball is it?
I think it's Laguerre who touches it.
I think it might be a Toulouse ball.
Oh, I think this is a good challenge. I felt like it was Laguerre live.
Okay, you've got to catch this challenge. Leeds are challenging the decision of touch.
Okay, so Tara Jones, who has the whistle in the middle, believed it's a Toulouse ball. Liam Rush is reviewing it at the behest of the Rhinos. Well, Barry is forensically examining it for us.
Well, Jack Bird is the Leeds player in attendance. Oh, he does have his hands near. Well, do you know what? Now I've watched that angle. The question is it Bird? Or is it Laguerre? I think it hits Laguerre first. It touches Jack Bird. We need to just decide whether the first touch goes forward. Well, Liam Rush is having a good look at this. As I said, it's hard to tell on these angles whether Toulouse touch it forward. Yeah, I think it's going to go against Leeds. It's going to be Toulouse ball. I'm pretty certain they're going to lose this.
Okay, thank you.
It's going to be a Toulouse ball, isn't it?
Yeah, lateral ball. They'll get a lateral restart. They look set up midfield.
You're playing the ball.
Well, there you go. There's 90 seconds we won't get back.
Well, it's a Toulouse play the ball. They trail by 40, and there are 9 minutes left, and Leeds have lost their challenge. Can Toulouse post some points? Will they get the O to go? Butler. Freely's Rhinos on the stop. As AJ Wallace drives it forward. He's inside the red zone here for Toulouse. Marion, 6 again, indicates Tara Jones. This is Butler again. Rob Butler. Played Super League for 5 clubs now. London, Wayfield, Warrington, Lee and Toulouse Olympique. Rouget. Collin. And they do get it wide in the end to Kai Ward. Ethan Kai Ward. Miller comes across from fullback with the assistance of Watkins to stop the run.
Lucky come out straight away.
Butler involved a lot in this set.
Out together, boys!
Rouget plotting to the left-hand side. Anthony Marion is at dummy half. Now this is Rouget. This is AJ Wallace. 2 tackles left for Toulouse in this set of 6. Rouget, Polselli, Josem, perhaps the man most likely to bag a try, their top try scorer this season, looking for his 14th of the campaign in the Super League. Rouget, little grubber through and collected by Holroyd for Leeds.
Tom Holroyd getting down and getting on the ball. Shows good urgency and good dexterity, the big man.
Riley Lum.
Just hasn't had enough space, has he? Enough free land to go at.
Gets up gingerly, Lum, on that left wing as well.
Come out! Hold it! Hold Anthony!
Hankinson tackle, plays the ball. Miller. Can Leeds start to offload here?
Drop the ball!
We saw them in their last passes when they got close, throwing it around with tremendous dexterity to get that next try from Croft. The 7th try this evening for the Rhinos. Kick comes. Can Leeds get close to it? Knocked on by Leeds, picked up by Watkins. It'll be blown dead before he gets it down.
Yeah, 40-0 on the scoreboard.
It's fixed, Anthony!
What is the 6 and a bit minutes? I dare say if you ask both players, both sets of players, they'd call it quits now.
He stalled it. He stalled that play ball. Oh no, boys! Oh, go 2.
Okay, I've also scored 40. And against Bradford tonight, they lead 40-16, the champions. Leeds 40-0 here, Wigan 20 points to 8 up at Lee. in the Battle of the Borough. Toulouse thrown away, they've got it to Benji Laguerre. Laguerre offloads. Maybe knocked on, was knocked on. They've chanced their arm when they've got ball in hand. They're not afraid to come to play, even against the odds, Toulouse. But it hasn't worked tonight without some of their best players. And Romeo Tropi is knocked on.
Well, you have to admire Toulouse and Sylvain Hules.
They do come to play, don't they?
This is our identity. This is the way that we're going to play. And you're quite right. Although they haven't had the right cattle on the field, they haven't swapped what they're going to do. And Sylvain Hules, he probably knew when he got on the plane to get to Headingley that he was on a hiding to nothing. But he'll be learning about his players, be learning about his squad.
Crowd of over 15,000 are inside Headingley this evening to cheer the Rhinos on at the top of the Super League. They'll remain at the Super League summit tonight. Another big win for Brad Arthur's boys. It will be their 17th win of the Super League season.
It'll be a satisfactory victory if the scoreboard stays the way it is. There's been elements and phases of professionalism. Zach Lloyd again over on this right side.
He has looked threatening, Lloyd, for sure. Brodie Croft got one try. Can he add to it? Connor has got two, looking for a hat-trick, Jake.
He's been sensational, hasn't he? Magic.
Presley Cassell.
Release him, go! AJ, go free.
Darren O'Connor now. And now Lockie Miller so often in that line. Connor, Riley Lumb gets his try in the corner. His first try for Leeds in the Super League this season. Got a bit of space in the Sevo channel and took full advantage.
Set up again by that spine that Leeds Rhinos are blessed to have all fit and firing at the same time. O'Connor, Croft, Miller all involved in the last couple of minutes. What about this pass? Body facing forward, ball going across his body. And although the pass is probably about 8 metres in distance, it's all from the centre and the core of his body. There isn't a big kickback. So those defenders, they can't push on to Riley Lumb, and Riley Lumb, he's not had the time and space that he would have wanted. But it's his first opportunity at this level, at this pace, and he'll be delighted to get a try under his belt.
Brad Arthur enjoyed it. I wonder what Micah Sevo made of that. I wonder if Micah's thinking that would have been number 30 for sure. I'd have scored there. That's number 30 that's gone begging because of this broken arm. But no one can score when they're sitting in the stands, not even the great Micah Sevo. Jake Connor, there is Micah. Just to reiterate,
surely they could get him a seat.
Back number 27, round 27, and the fans can see him and they salute him as well they might.
Get him a seat. He shouldn't be sitting on cold things.
He looks happy enough, Barry.
You'll end up with more than a broken arm if you're sitting on a cold step all night.
My word.
Oh, he's a big fan's favourite, isn't he?
Jake Connor trying to add the extra 2 here to that cacophony of Sevo chanting. He nails it. Probably thinks any chance of a Jake Connor song. 44-0 Leeds.
Jake Connor has been all over this performance. Had a hand in virtually every point that's been scored this evening.
46-0 Leeds. Sorry, Barry, my apologies. I didn't give him his 2.
Although he's got a smile on his face. He's one of those players, Jake Connor, could cause an argument in an empty room, but Brad Arthur has got him playing his best rugby of his career.
Another penalty here to Toulouse.
of shenanigans with that short kick-off, a bouncing ball. Yeah, I think Harry Newman, maybe, whilst trying to challenge for that ball, pushes a Toulouse player in the back.
Well, Leeds on the defensive here off the back of that penalty for Toulouse, but I suppose the only question left unanswered, Barry, at this stage is, can Leeds hoist a half-century? They need to get the ball and they need to try.
The other question is, can they keep that big fan zero?
Fair point, you're thinking like a coach. And to keep it to nil, they're going to have to repel this Toulouse attack. This is Lambert Belmat. Plays the ball. Collin finds Troppi. Romeo Troppi is brought down 10 metres out by Brodie Croft. Garrigue. Collin again, it's an awkward ball. Toulouse still in possession. Joe Cater did well to keep a hold of it. Good ball movement here. Porcelli, Lum almost picked it off. Oberg couldn't get hold of it. Did Lum get a touch to that first? Toulouse ball if he did.
Yeah, I think he did. He thought he'd got another 70, 80 metres to run when he ended up with that ball in his hand. Paul Oberg is the player and the intended recipient. I think he had a snatch of that. Anyway, Tara Jones has given it head and feet to Toulouse.
He looked like he had it and then he didn't, and had he got hold of it, he could have been away for a 90-metre length of the field intercept try. As it is, it's Toulouse ball. Troppi again. Last chance to remove the zero from adjacent to their name in the final 10 seconds or so. Jared O'Connor lying on there, content to give away another 6 now, Leeds. It doesn't matter. Rouget, Josem, denied. Leeds hold on, the ball is lost. Leeds keep the clean sheet. Leeds win again at home, a 10th straight Super League win at home in 2026 for the rampant Rhinos, who scored 8 tries to 0 and have demolished Toulouse to do the double over the Super League new boys. And Brad Arthur's boys will remain at the Super League summit this evening on the final day of July 2026. Leeds keep on rolling along. Brad Arthur's team, top of the league, they win again. And Barry, they've turned on a little bit of the start in the second half.
A really professional performance from Leeds Rhinos. Although they threw the ball around, they still completed high at 90%. Relatively few errors. They dominated the middle of the field, earned the right to play. I have lost count of the amount of offloads that they pushed past, that created some space, and those 5 tries in the second half, none of them were easy. They were all well worked for. Forwards competed really hard, laid the platform, but that spine of Croft, Connor, Miller had an absolute